What's up, family? It's Boy Dash 20 Mary Lee. It's 5:25 a.m. in my city, Chicago. Moon, Monday, September the 22nd, 2025. 85% on my phone. Yep, based on a true story. The color purple is based on me, Mary Lee, a.k.a. Mary Mack, Ghetto News Report, originated rap since the age of 1975, but more so than anything, standing up for myself and my foster sister, Kimberly Redmond, that inspired the movie The Color Purple that Oprah Winfrey played in, and Whoopi Goldberg. You understand what I'm saying? Steven Spielberg, Tell the Truth, that came out in 1985 after I gave Oprah Winfrey my child abuse rap at the age of 17 in 1984. And with that said, I'm going all the way to 5:31 a.m. because I got railroaded May 31st, 2008 in my city, Chicago, Roger Park neighborhood for so-called disarming a police officer, something I did not do on Devon and Clark because I was giving my true story away again to the public. And my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors, plus one song. And yes, that I did give to Oprah Winfrey. I sure did. You understand what I'm saying? But somebody wanted Barack Obama to be president and wanted me out the way and off the streets and stuff. They are trying their best to trick me off the streets again. They almost had me Saturday at the Dollar Tree in Uptown. Somebody called in at about 1:15. They want the dream to become a nightmare because that's Martin Luther King's birthday in January the 15th. And it was 1:15 when this guy was in front of me in line, a black guy that looked like, my color and was gay. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be disrespectful. But yeah, he was on the phone and he was like, I'm at the Dollar Tree. And when I was walking out the Dollar Tree, the police was coming in, a white police, and then another car pulled up like they was just going to apprehend me and get everybody to lie and say it was my fault. And all I was doing, was buying some crazy glue and whatever else I bought. A couple of shopping bags, You know what I mean? But they got people on the payroll. If you see her, you understand what I'm saying? So I told the police, I said, are you looking for me? You know what I'm saying? Because here I am, Mary Lee Davis. And he looked back like, and then, I got on the bus and then they pulled up aside the bus. And this older lady with a walker on the bus, you understand what I'm saying? She got into the spirit, I guess, to try to get me to go off. Because, if you hit somebody on the bus, you get 10 years automatically. You understand what I'm saying? So she tried to hit me with her walker. So I just kind of helped her along. You understand what I'm saying? So she get the fuck away from me because ain't nobody trying to get 10 years in prison for something an old lady, you know what I mean, is trying to do to me. So basically, I'm a good person. Worth a lot of money. Never had a new car. Never had a real day at the spa. Never been to a basketball game or sports game. Never had family. I'm an orphan. You understand what I'm saying? I'm self-taught. Taught myself how to drive. You understand? I put a lot of people in position like Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, Jordan. You understand what I'm saying? Because they all, migrated to my city, Chicago, and needed my help to elevate themselves. And I thought they'd come back and help me. But, they threw me under the bus once they got their billions. I never had more than 25,000 at one time. You understand what I'm saying? I told them in 1995, all I want is $2 million tax-free. When I gave Oprah my child abuse rap for the second time, or story, to the sound of music, on 3 cassette tapes front and back, and some pictures and, proof, I said, all I want is $2 million tax-free. And the rest can go to charity. I already know I'm worth more dead than I am alive. They threw me on the psych ward, try to make it seem like I wrote her while I was on the psych ward and not before they put me on it. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine that. So I have a lot of things that they are doing to me. I've been tased in my kidney by the police while handcuffed, not resisting. I've been poisoned 6 times. I was violated by 5 guys as a little girl because they knew, my potentials of being, a phenomenon or whatever and stuff, and me being an originator rap since the age of 8, 1975, but more so speaking out against, child abuse or whatever at the age of 6 in 1973. So basically, they was going to kill me regardless, right? I just ain't dead yet. For some reason, they like, what is it going to take? Oh, I'm pretty sure y'all are, get it right before it's over with. You understand what I'm saying? I've been in prison for stuff You know, I didn't do, like I said, disarming a police officer. I did not do it. You understand what I'm saying? They was harassing me because I was on my way to a gospel fest May 31st, 2008. You know, just trying to release some stress. Everywhere I go, trouble follows me. I got more men in my face than ladies and stuff. I used to be a lesbian. I don't drink, drug, smoke, or fornicate. My sobriety is 12/25/1997 on Christmas. I stopped smoking cigarettes on my birthday, May 25th of 2000. You know, so why is people coming after me? I'm a role model. You'll think they'll, you know, take their hat off, you know, give me a hug, pat me on the back, and give me my $2 million tax-free. It was a small price to pay. So since they're not, God stepped in, saved me. I was able to prove my story, and people still trying to label me crazy and stuff. I'm going to 531, and that's why probably the bombs dropped in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because they Chirac me, and God knew, you know, they was going to, you know, upstage me and stuff. So, you know, God knows first, right? You know what I mean? Here we go. This the 11. That's why I'm number 1 twice. And this the 5, the manifestation of the Martin Luther King. I told you his birthday is 115. And with that, step your game up. Peace.